coffee, and I'm not afraid to drink it. Welcome back. The Patinator struggles through Ash of Gods. Struggle is the word we're looking for now. Because... oh, I need more fights. Oh, right. We're the guys I like now. It's not a struggle anymore. It is a happy little journey with Hode. His name is Hode. Who gives a shit? Or Hode, if we're going to be fancy. What are we going to do, Your Highness? Foreign, this guy I love. Foreign, I can relate to his story totally. This guy, I don't know. It's just a bunch of things that are happening around me. But somehow involve me talking with him 5 minutes at a time. Oh, stop with Your Highness. I am Hode. As for what to do, that's your decision. You're the eldest in the squad, not me, so... what? Hey, don't call me old. A little too close to reality now. My father made a choice. Do you think a crown prince's son just leaves the palace whenever he pleases? Albius is a quiet place, close to Girana. And there's hope that nobody finds out. Nobody finds out, but you... I mean, your class is assassin. I don't know what your dad's been teaching you, but it ain't anything good. Yes, quiet as it gets. You aren't the one who drew the Reaper to Albius, right? Come on, don't be angry. They say that the Reaping Calls covers all of Terminum in darkness. No other way. Was it said or written? You're a warrior, foreign brethren. Since when have you read old manuscripts? Since I could read. I'm not a big reader myself, but I'm certain the last reaping happened around 700 years ago. That just means it's due, like an earthquake, or... proper governance. I was obsessed with reading when I was young. I still remember some things. Oh, it's how I met Gleda's mother in Rask's shop. But then when she said no to me, I decided to have sex with her daughter. And then that's how my daughter was born. He was a trader in Oda back then. It's how I met Gleda's mother in Rask's shop. Oh, he was a trader in Oda back then. I thought like, oh, okay, I guess... typo. Oh, demons! My happy life began in Rask's shop. I just hope it doesn't end there. Did the burgomaster know about you? He had a cage of Ursus messenger pigeons in the down hall. I didn't know him, but my father mentioned him once. He joined the regiment for Region 2. Aww. Motherfucker. I have no mother. Never had. She died giving birth, making my father a widower. So does it happen to kings too? No, I'm not talking about death. Yes, it's clear. You mean love. My grandfather was like that too. That's why my father was the only heir. Like me. How does it feel to be the only heir? It's better to be a soldier of Albius regiment. Okay, that is a series of thoughts. Until they threw you on someone else's blade. This is the heaviest burden set upon royals' shoulders. It's good if the king remembers it, Hode. I will remember, Farn. Maybe that's why I'm here. To learn about burdens. For me to throw you to the fucking Anzes if we end up having to fight them. And somebody had to die. I'd rather be you than... No, wait. You need to live, Hode. I want Farn to live. I don't want him executed, like a punk. I'm sorry for bothering you. You have a daughter to save a precious jewel. You'd better not tell her that. She won't care that you're a prince. Comparing her to a fine blade is another matter. That's right, a precious blade, made of gemstones that easily shatter. Hello, Sop. He is the only voice I'm still going to do, because I can confidently do this voice. Why so sad, Sop? Have you lost the commander's scepter? I hope I don't lose my head. Are you here to cheer me up, or make me take the watch? The watch is already posted. You're not a woman to be comforted. Oh, come on now. That's for sure. The second master of personal royal bodyguards of Toronto. I'm nicknamed the Deadly Battle Sack for my leanness and my nuts. Or lack thereof. Funny, eh? Oh, yes. Laughing my head off. Yeah, me too. When Trieg chose me from the best 200 warriors of Drana, nobody would guess that I'd have to protect his son from the reaping on top of ordinary threats. Hode, his skills aren't that impressive. Hode agreed with his father's choice for a reason too. Why did Hode like you? Well... He said that he didn't need a sycophant. Shaking with desire to please, he needed a helper. A fellow to ask for advice or play tricks on. I'm a street child, and I guess the prince found my skills most useful. My skills of murdering bitches. Sup, how old are you? Not 18, I confess. Add 5 more and you're on the money. Oh good, I've learned how to count. Thank you, that guy from Transylvania who turned into... Oh my god, the count... It's like Dracula. They looked at Dracula and said, yeah, that's who I want teaching my kids how to count. Fucking Sesame Street. An additional note, which is unrelated, if Big Bird is just Big Bird, there must be a biggest bird somewhere there. Oof. Add 5 more and you're on the money. Hode, on the other hand, was honest about his age. I'm telling you, he'll be a great warrior in my age. Well, if nothing bad happens. I'm hoping the gods will protect us from new misfortunes. Do you know what will cause the greatest misfortune if we don't keep Hod safe? Trig, Hod's father, the crown prince. I can't even imagine what he's going to do to us. Everyone keeps saying that the old king's cruel. Just wait, they will remember him kindly. The king of Tirana is old. So you say the next ruler will be cruel and heavy-handed, Slaughterman. Why did Trig let his son go to Albius? If they're cut from the same cloth, they'll both have your guts for garters. That's I mean, it's the age of the saying that kind of threw me off. Like, that's like a 60s spy novel threat. Maybe that's how it should be with a throne. I can't think of many fellows more wise, dependable, and determined than Trig. Trust me on that, Thorn. I've traveled all over Bricana and saw all the kings. Alright, where are your parents? I'll talk about your parents now because... I mean, you did say you were a street kid, so I guess this is the most sensitive thing to talk about. My parents were common folk. My father is a man of duty. Watched over the main tower of Jeddah 5 years ago. He was proud of me. My mother is a fair trader. She trades fares. Her father sells trade ship caravans from Baldar to Raidona. Not everyone can. You have a great family, Sop. I'm gonna be cool about this. Pride in your parents is misguided, Captain. Were I born a bastard, it would change nothing. Take Hod, for example. You can sense royal blood, but he's an ordinary guy. Diamonds are more precious than gold, even before they're cut. They're indistinguishable from other stones found near the mouth of a river, but they're extraordinary. Sure, that's why his guards bear such responsibility. Okay, keep your chin up. I am sure things will work out. Keeping my chin up. I just hope I keep my head on my shoulders. That's how it goes. Trig isn't a king yet, to be sure, but he's already grabbed a hold of everything. There's fear, but there's also something else. He looked in my eyes like you do now and said it. Don't let me down, Sop. Well, don't let him down, then, Sop. I'm trying, Thorn. I also put my hope in you, and your daughter. I think that Hod likes her, even though he keeps his distance. Maybe all of this will keep the prince safe somehow, don't ya think? I don't know, Sop. There's nothing worse than guarding noble. No armor can save you from a well-fired arrow. That's untrue. No valor can save you from a rival army. That is, I mean, theoretically true. In fact, you can probably use your valor to inspire people to defend you against a rival army, but that's about it. There are worse things, Farn. You're dragging your daughter along. Haven't you noticed all your companions trying to protect her during battles? There's your diamond, and it's already been cut. Did you get hurt? I have like 117 strixes. That's... I think we'll deal with that. I think we'll deal with these wounds for now. Since we're going from arch to arch, eventually we'll have something to heal up with. Where are we supposed to go? We're supposed to go to Ursus. Screw it, we're healing now. How expensive will that heal be? 20 strixes. Don't mind if I do. If I have to rob a merchant to keep my children alive, I mean child, I guess they're all my children now. I will. Meadow Village. Shepherd's Path to Old Mill. Old Gabonin Road to Bread Market, or Woodland Watch to Cursed Ruins. Tell you what, we ain't going down them, but it's cheaper to go there. See, 20. And these two cost 40 strixes. I'm gonna go down the Mushroom Track. Then we'll go through the salt mines, which I'm sure we're all familiar with, and go through, before that, for Cursed Ruins. You notice trembling in the bush. You investigate and find a bear cub. The yellow fellow huffs and puffs because he is trying to be a wolf, trying to untangle itself from the thorny branches. I'm gonna free the animal. You untangle the branches and extract the exhausted animal. The rescued cub draws smiles from your companions. But what do you do now? Let the cub go. You set the cub free in the nearest glade. Smiles light up your companions' faces as they watch the bandy-legged cub waddle into the bush. As you ride on, your party shares bear-themed jokes and stories. Laughter makes everyone feel better. Ooh, it's the bear that made in fear. Even you cannot hide a smile. It didn't change our morale, though, which is what I was really fucking hoping for. We're gonna go down the cheaper path. Because I really don't want to spend 40. I also don't want to go down the Cursed Ruins. I hope you understand, but running down Cursed Ruins is not great. You hear a piteous roar coming from near the bend of the road. You raise a hand, signaling your companions to proceed with caution. You ride forward a bit and see a she-bear, because you can see her vagina from here, playing with her cub by an uprooted tree. You recognize the little fellow. Hey, that's our brat. He found his mommy after all. Your companions smile in amusement, watching the animals at play. However, a she-bear, especially with a cub, can be deadly. You tell your companions to keep their distance. If we had kept the bear, one of us would have died. I fucking guarantee. Okay, I guess we're going straight to Ursus now, because it's, like, cheap. And I'm not... Why would I go to the mill? Why would I want another event? Events can be bad. We don't want bad shit. Not like this. Woo, we're in town. We've done it. We're not dead. Also, we can heal her. Fuck, I thought we were gonna get a fight before we got here. That's why I... Ah, shit. I may have wasted some Strixes here. I can rest and plan out my next steps here. My next steps are to not die. Good plan, Pat. Good plan. This could actually be useful, but activation rounds for most of these are dog shit, I feel. Like, if I'm gonna spend a turn, it better fucking change the tone of the battle, which is what the switcher endurance and health ability does. But all of this is rarely worth it, I feel. But that's speaking to a guy who's playing at difficulty 3. Finally, the northern Duran fortress comes into view from behind the trees. Ursus used to be a small settlement above the salt mines. It has grown because of the men here. The entire hill is taken up by the palace, walls, and towers. Do we hold the cure to the wretched plague? Nope. Your daughter distracts you from your thought. Dad, why are you looking at the city like this, as if it's new to you? Because it is. I am a clone. You are still looking at the city as you answer. I'm trying to read the flags in the steeples. They tell you what rules are in effect in the city and what's going on. A Burkan flag, for example, would spell large-scale war. Hode butts in. The flags are the first thing I looked at, and from what I'm seeing, I'd better remain Hode for now. My grandfather is in town, and we've had a disagreement, to put it mildly. Glitter rolls her eyes. So what? It's not bad to be Hode, especially if you come out alive after all this. On the other hand, Prince Ho. Prince Ho would never have had to face such perils. Why are you making it hard to like your game? This is Pacific Rim like Uprising all over again. And for my one sentence review of Pacific Rim Uprising, it's the FF13 of movies. If you can sit through the garbage, you might end up with a decent experience by the end. Haha. Wouldn't have paid for it if I had a choice. Well, I did have a choice, but I can't go back in time and tell myself that. You turn to Hode. Adventures and perils sound fascinating until you face them in real life. It's one thing to listen to stories in a tavern, but paying for them in blood and injuries is entirely different. The most clever thing to do is find a safe hideout and lay low. You've got it. We're not gonna get into fights today. Hode chuckles, and this coming from a man who has more scars on his body than I've had drinking parties in my entire life. You interrupt the soldier. Enough talk. Where are the goblins? This isn't goblins. Hold your tongues while we are at the gate. I will talk to the guards myself, and you, Hode, try to be as inconspicuous as possible, only blonde man in our team. Shit. Shek. His name is Shek, and he looks like he's gonna try to, spike our drinks. The commander of the guard approaches you. He introduces himself as Shek without irony and requests to see your papers. Leafing through them, he casts suspicious looks at your party, lingering on Hode, who is hiding his face. Hode, don't hide your fucking face. That just makes it more obvious. I'ma touch your butt. That's the look on my face. Oh, this mustache is doing me any favors. I would be like banned from every establishment and bar in 2018. Traveling from Albia's, I see. Well, your papers are in order. Please see me one by one. Okay. He couldn't get more creepy. Or it could be Don Quixote. I like that guy. I mean, no windmill shall stand against him. By Duran law, your swords must be sealed at the gate. Kept at the gate, I assume. You may remove the seal only when you leave the city. Oh, okay. I guess it's magic or something. You make some good gold record of Green Crim, Duran, boy. A spin image of his grandson. I hear it quite often, but I'm afraid I must decline. It would be unwise of me to rely solely on the monarch's grace. What if I fall out of favor? I'd rather keep away from the courts and throne rooms as much as possible. Smart kid. You should not show your faces in the palace if you're not hoping to find yourselves in the king's graces. Well, I know all your names, traveler, so it's time I introduce myself, which he just did in the narrative beforehand, which makes this a redundant conversation. Shek, commander of the guard, at your service. Also, his name is over here. Do we really need them outside of Ursus? Thanks, but we're not looking for trouble. You may not be looking for it, but trouble will find you anyway. Never is a long time. These are the times we live in, so when trouble strikes, I'll be at your service. In that case, I will be happy to be of service to your commander. Well, your papers seem fine. You even got a mark from the stockade by the arch. Oh, how's my old pal Vegan holding up? I gave him a poor experience as a child. Now no, he doesn't like being touched. He takes a lot of showers. He's having a rough time. because this guy is creepy as shit. Strange warriors and masked are attacking the stockade. We did it twice while we were there. We helped Vegan beat them back, but he won't last much longer if help is not sent. Oh, I can't treat this guy seriously. So that's how it is. We hadn't even a second to spare for him. Damn it, we need to send reinforcements. Welcome to Ursus, gentlemen. Not keeping you a second longer. I get it. That's why we dealt with a bear, because we're going to Ursus. Because that's how this shit works. I should go to a burnt down house. I feel like that is a good use of my time. I'll check out the shop. See if we can buy more Strixes. Fuck the items. Like, that's... Whoa! Heals 2 level of injury per day while resting. That's fucking bot. That's fucking bot. Like, we are... I'm sure this is useful somewhere, but, I mean... I don't understand how, but that should be useful. Increase 15 health by 15 fellow members, increase 15... So it heals everybody. So it's good if we somehow manage to get hurt while the other guys, the bad guys, didn't get hurt. So that's not, like, appealing in any way. Healer's bag, though. I don't know how it works, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be happy with that purchase, says Pat nervously. To the men here. Guards, stop you by the men here. No trespassing, but those are under the temple's orders, but don't you fret. Not the first time it closed it off. Let it accumulate some power and it'll back to healing again. But for now, it's off limits. Also, for some reason, it's also in an arch form. You have to leave, even if you had been able to bribe the guards. Buying a temple servant is unfathomable. You remember the local men here losing its power occasionally, but now it strikes you especially hard. Teak? Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Teak first. Hello, Teak. It's Danny DeVito. I love cameos. Hello, Teak. I haven't seen you in ages. Could I offer you an egg in this trying time? Used to be chock-a-block full. I don't know what these terms are, but I like them. Oh my, for Brennan, good health to you and good appetite. It is Danny DeVito, holy shit. I wish I knew his voice better. I mostly remember him for Junior. If you haven't watched it, watch Junior. It has Arnold Schwarzenegger and... No, sorry, Twins. Watch Twins. That's the one. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. I can't imagine it will be a good experience, but you might be entertained. I never dreamed to see you. Oh, and you have companions. Frankly speaking, I haven't had many clients lately. Such are the times we live in. Well, you can play host now. Your cooking is still good, I hope. Make arrangement to set the tables and step aside with me. Ooh, we need to talk in private. Tell me what's new in Ursus. Well, a million things. A charmed bell. Oh. An unknown plague and some white-masked bogies. Tell me about the charmed... Oh, fuck, the bell. I better not touch that shit. The big bell, the one in the town hall, began ringing all by itself just as all this kerfuffle, isn't it? Kerfluffle? God, I've been saying it wrong this entire time. I've been making an idiot out of myself. Was going down. It went on and on. All of it sent there were cooked alive. That's a display of sorcery if I ever saw one. It's been ringing in Albius unendingly too. Wait, it's not ringing now. Is it? Shit. Danny, come on. Teak is now Danny. Yeah, and the bell just started ringing all by itself, and then stopped just as suddenly, and no one was any the wiser. Even if someone special knows what's going on, they sure are deft at keeping silent. Not like your story about Albius is that special either. A merchant from Hayborg dropped by yesterday, said they heard the same thing. Look, names aren't easy, but you still had to say yes to them. I would not be surprised if this is happening all over Terminum. However, we can only guess, and what's the point in guessing? Has the plague reached Ursus too? Well, now it has, because we're bringing it with us. According to townsfolk, the corruption spread everywhere now. At least Red Temple servants got an ointment for that. They won't give it away, but they'll put some on your neck, and we've got loads of the stuff. They definitely anticipated all this. Did a demon appear here too? Did anyone go crazy? And gods forbid. What are you saying, telling such horrific tales? I just asked a question, little man. Although, there were some murmurings about a coming reaping. You know that old legend, those telltales? Ha ha! I will remember that. We're immediately brought to heel by the king, however. No good spreading panic among common folk. So the king's word is that there's no reaping at all. Not in Ursus, not anywhere else. Well, maybe it's for the best. Are masked killers Enzis? Enzis Schmenses. I have no idea. Smell you later. Eat Schmidt and die. All I know is that a couple of days ago, Some real bogies slunk into town. They killed an awful lot of good folk before the guards took them down. We're still hunting for the rest of them in the forest outside the city, around the city. What evil forces are you talking about? Maybe those are just Frisian spies. Huh, do I look like a fool to you? Frisians are still people, even if the gods touched them a little too... Fuck, I like that line. Even if the gods touched them a little too hard. Those corpses, on the other hand, are some kind of vermin, and who knows how many are still in town. I doubt that the king has tightened security for its own sake. Why are you... I have the distressing feeling that this is a part one of a long story. And I'm gonna get no fucking resolution for any of our plot threads. Why are you keeping your inn open, then? What if they attack again? Bite your tongue. I am keeping my place open by His Majesty's orders. So, there would be, how do they put it, no disturbances to the commoner's usual way of life, and no unwarranted rumors. What about warranted rumors? Screw the trouble. Let's talk about something else. Whatever you say, friend. What do you want? Do you want an egg in this trying time? Why do you have Buchanan flags here in Ursus? The cauldron heads are talking about war. Something about the Northerners testing the strength of our borders. As soon as Prince Trig returns, he will lead the allied Buchanan army. Our king, gods protect him, is a bit too old for glorious fighting. Where could the prince be on the eve of war? Why isn't he leading troops on the capital? Right? The prince has not been on speaking terms with his father for a couple of years. They have had some sort of argument. They will have to make up now in the face of the looming war. The army will be mustered here instead of the capital. We are closer to the border after all. Prince Trig will be back. He has no choice. We better get some grub and get down to work. Let's get down to business. And we'll save our sons. Damn it. I have no sons. And then you'll tell me the news, where you've been and what you've seen. Well, I've seen some fucked up shit, I tell you what. Wait, what's that noise outside? Expecting some company? Oh god, we triggered an event. Dad, there's a squadron of guards dismounting. We also have Uncle Brand Victi. Oh yeah, that dude. Damn it, if he's got guards with him, then we'd rather avoid confrontation altogether. Teak, is there some kind of back entrance? Brand and I can't stand each other. I don't want the situation to devolve into a punching contest. The fuck? Those are no guards, Farn. More like your brother-in-law's hired goons. They pretend to be guarding the city, but are actually just a bunch of cutthroats. The only way Shek lends any guards to Brand is through his dead body. Over his dead body. You decide on your course of action. Should you take caution, stay away, or look your sworn enemy in the eye? I still need to visit Unda. If I had visited Unda first, I would face him. But right now, what about our horses? We left our stuff there. Whatever, I'll look after your horses. They'll be at the stables near the gate. You can come get them anytime. Just go already. Yeah, we haven't been to Unda. But I'll talk to Hode first. You've been a bundle of nerves since we arrived in Ursus. Afraid he'll notice you? Then cover your face with a rag or something. No one's gonna bother looking at you. Because you're the only guy with a rag on your face. I'm sure no one will look at you for being different. Shek's already found out. What else could bring the command of the guard to the gate? I didn't even understand what you were discussing. I think Shek suggested he would likely lend us a hand and Hode decided to thank him properly. We don't need any help for now. The good thing is Shek didn't give us away. Turning this down would be unwise. You're right though, we'll have to deal with this ourselves. I hope we don't attract any unneeded attention. We are now repeating ourselves. What's done is done, nothing we can do now. Still, need to be more careful next time. How did you manage to get into a fight with your grandfather? Oh god. The game told me to keep reading stuff and I have to do it because I don't want to go back. Same as all his other grandkids. Don't want you to step out of line. You got more than you bargained for. Even my dad tries to stay out of my grandpa's way. Let's see, incurs off. That's why he hid me away, and is kind of laying low himself. Y'all are bitches. Do royal families not teach their children to respect their elders? It's not only your well-being that should be on your mind, but the whole kingdom's. I've kept to myself until I was 17. Then we got the idea of marrying me off to a Gabonan princess. Not only was she 15 years older, but also as ugly as a reaper. I don't want to spoil the Duran bloodline with generations of hideous heirs. Well, then, I've got no more questions. I saw that princess of yours and I'm still having nightmares. I think your father ought... What? I think your father ought to give us a handsome reward. I mean, by protecting you, we're protecting the whole of Jirana. The reaping is upon us. Shouldn't we get back to the palace? Maybe I'd do it if I were by my father's side. I won't be going to my granddad alone. I've been sent to Albius as a guard as a kind of punishment, so I could sort myself out and learn to respect my elders. I can't exactly get up and leave. Oh, your geezer is not so cruel as to execute his own grandkid, is he? If we don't part ways now, you're going to get a straight arrow to your head or something. What do I do then? That'd be it for me. Huh? I'll be the one off the hook, but if my granddad realizes it was you who got us all out of Albius and led from one end of the kingdom to the other, then your life's on the line, and my pleas to the king will fall on deaf ears. We need to get through to my father if we want to sort this out. Alright, I hear you. I've heard enough about the game John and his regard for human lives. I won't be risking my neck. Foreshadowing! Won't you guys into trouble? Why would I? I don't want any trouble myself. I'm good at following orders and not sticking my neck out. I'm concerned that your daddy might send a search party or two. He might think that I'm holding you hostage since you're not home yet. That's exactly why sending me away is not the brightest idea. If I remain by your side, I can put in a couple of good words during the inquiry. Fair enough. Makes sense. As that means you better keep your distance. Hope you keep yourself alive back there. See, that discussion I like, because it explains something that might have come up while you were thinking, like, why don't you just send him away if you don't want to be in trouble? Because it's better if I'm here. Because then Hold can talk to, like, whoever they send and say, like, I'm not a hostage. See, that might not be how it turns out, but that's an example of a helpful conversation. It clears up the context in a manner that is relevant to the intelligence and decisions that our characters are making. Quite unlike most of the discussions in this game. We still got some unfinished business. I made it more loyal. I'm gonna go to the burnt down house. We're not gonna go to Unda's yet. Burnt down house draws your attention for some unfathomable reason. You inspect and look over nearby houses. I wonder what kind of battle took place in Ursus. Clicky. Gleda is also looking around. Why do you think there's a battle here? So what if the door and some windows are broken? It seems to be a normal thing during a fire. Yep. Nah, I don't know about the doors though. I think the doors would fall down. Yicha, why would firefighters besiege the house? See the arrow pieces stuck into the walls near the windows? There's also blood all over. All this blood on the pavement. They didn't even attempt to scrub it off. I feel that Ursus may not be as safe as it seems. Having a drink of water. And here I was thinking, why the streets are so empty? Almost no travelers at the gate, either. While the town is swarming with guards. What's going on here? You correct her. Everything's already happened, or else we either wouldn't be let into the town, or we wouldn't have to seal our weapons. We need to ask the locals what happened here. Maybe another day. To Unda. You find Unda's house and knock on the door. Nobody's answering, but the leaves slowly open and you enter. What? The house seems empty, but the door to the courtyard is open. You feel you should be on your guard. Hold watch the entrance. Who knows who else wants to pay us a visit? I burped. What's that smell? Potions? Alright, let's check the courtyard. If Unda isn't there, it'll mean we have missed her again. Bum-pa-da, pum-pam-param. Loading screens here are abominable. I mean, yeah, they'll spoiled for... Well, it's spoiled there, but I feel like this loading screen shouldn't take this long. Maybe it's my computer. Maybe I'm the one with a problem. Maybe we're not recording. Yeah, we are. It's also April Fool's. I got nothing for you. I'm not gonna make a fool. It's a fight. That must be uncomfortable. She also, like, slid weirdly there. You see a woman by the stone tablet in the courtyard. She notices you and flinches. If you're looking for Unda, she's not here anymore. I am her daughter, Ophelia. But I don't deal in healing or fortune telling. Please leave. Gleda steps forward. Sheila sent us here. Told us Unda would be of service. She also asked us to tell you that the source should be preserved. That's a damn good coffee. Ophelia closes her eyes for a moment and then looks to the tabletop. She rolls some dice, making us draw closer, noticing him, and we notice a message talking to the stone. Behind you. What? You hear a scream coming from the house and turn sharply. Enzas are coming out of the house in droves. You ready your weapons and notice that Ophelia is gone. No, she's not. She's right there. Maybe that's for the best. She'd only get in the way. Holy fuck, there's only two of us. Oh, thank God, it's not two of us. Fisk. My name is Fisk. I like the setup. Lot of frontline offense, lot of distance fights, and Ramblin'. I guess he's not gonna do anything useful anyway. We don't need to equip that. Let's fucking go. Let's try not to get hurt here. Bum-pam-param. I want to level up Hamlin, which is why I think he's gonna be useful later on. He's like a mage and shit. You know how useful mages are. I mean, in theory. In practice, I don't know. Maybe it's like communism. People think it's good in theory, but when you actually try it... Oh boy! Holy shit, we knew that boat wouldn't fly. And yet we tried to make it fly anyway. What do, you little 14 health bastard? This guy, I feel like I want to kill early. What do you do? You smug shit. Most of them are ranged, but don't want to line up. 14 health is very easily killed. I'm not sure I want him to be that far ahead. We might want to try to cross up here. Attack up there and try to deny. We have a circle attack in you. So I might want to... Can I? I guess we can't cycle. There. I might want to put him here. We rush down this side. With... Sop. It's 70 fucking health Sop. Like, okay. I guess that's a thing we're doing now. Yeah, I can go over here. Give him the old face smash. Get some defense and then rush up as we're trying to kill our dude. So, that seems like a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it is the plan we're taking. Yeah, I want him... Hold on. I want him here. I want to click off somebody. Okay, let's go here. Yeah. Let's see if we can kill him. If we can't... I mean, I'm going to go straight for his health. Like, there is no question about that. What can we do here? Anger ends our turn. That's terrible. So does Shelter. Let us hit him in the face. Sop has 70 HP. That's fucked up. Okay. So what do we want to do now? Since we can't move you forward too hard, and I don't necessarily want Gledaver, I can start pushing the offense here, splitting the attention. What do we have? Increase defense by 6. I think I will do that. Since we're a secondary defender. Onslaught is good. But it's not going to kill him. So we're just going to hurt his health. And increase our attack. Okay, maybe Sop is like the beast he's pretending. He keeps saying he is. Aha, I have a defense of 6. Free? You'll die for this. I should now kill this guy. Because we have the opportunity to do so. Alternatively, we can go here, but her defense is a little low, which is why we're going here instead. We also don't need to do anything special. Just a standard old face punch. With a knife. Oh my god, she stabbed him in the face! Holy shit, calm down! He might have deserved it. End of sentence, I guess. Ramlin standing like a champion here. Deals 8 damage, increases energy by 8. Don't really need that. We do need to use his ability. What do you do? Increase health by 4, so he's gonna get some health back. But our assassin is also here and can't do anything, so we won't be using him for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the old snipe shot. Let's go, Flit. Looks like your forces are getting fucked up. Were you expecting a pun? Because I don't have one. All I have is murder. That was weird. Huh? Okay, so he's not gonna move. If we run, I think we can reach this guy with our speed up. So what we can do is increase your attack. End our turn, then let him run over here using speed up. And then we can start hitting this guy. Yeah, that's not a bad series of events. We're also just gonna go straight for the health. I also healed for some reason. Man, Sop is taking a beating, but I'm okay with it. Now, since all of our actions have been activated, I would like to block this guy. I do not want him getting anywhere near our family. So first, I'm gonna not do anything apparently. Holy shit. Yeah, this is fine. Get our defenses on, get our tank going. Wow. Good call, I guess. If you were trying to lose. Oh, let's kill you. Reduce meaningful activations. Okay, I might have gotten him killed, but that's okay. Life is cheap. Wait, no. That's not how that saying goes. Stop healing. Holy shit, I thought you were done moving. You wanna take care of this little bastard? He moved twice. Stabby, stabby. I don't know what that lightning shit was, but I'm concerned about it. You wanna not hit Gliders? Oh, they're buffing each other. And that's a thing you could do, I guess. Sop has moved. Sop can't affect anybody. So we're gonna wait and see, I guess. Can you attack him? Yeah, you can also attack him. Are you Lancy boys? Mental strike. That is pretty mental. Everyone on the line, so let's not line up. That's a line. That's a line. That's also a line. So we don't want to move with him first. Okay, that's a concern. Let us increase your attack to fucking 15. Or we could have used a card. Probably should have used a card. Good. Now Sop has a target. Oh, that tickles. Why don't I give you a face punch? And by face punch, I mean... Maybe I shouldn't do this in this order. Yeah, maybe I... Although, maybe I just should. God damn, Sop. I will not make fun of you again. That's not true. I'm gonna make fun of him. I'm totally gonna make fun of him. Ho 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 ho! You dare touch Sop? That's still a line. I still can't move it that way. Or rather, shouldn't. More energy. Increase energy by 10. Energy surge is fine, I think. That's some good shit. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to move him yet. And now you're going to like die because you dared. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You get the dagger to the face. Oh ho 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 ho. Feels good. Uh-oh. Wow, 0 damage. I'm gonna have fun with your ass. Deals 20 damage and stuns them. Buzz off. He seems concerned. He should be. Gleda, you want to... No, 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 no. Let's let Ramlin kill something. I want his levels. Woosah. Come on, Ramlin. Give me a level. Angry outburst. Yeah! I'd like to see your manager. You rush into the house after the battle to find Hode leaning against a wall in a pool of blood. A blade... Ah, fuck. A blade's shard is stuck in his chest, and Ans lies nearby with a knife protruding from his eye socket. Shit. Hode smiles and whispers. Still managed to get him. The pest didn't know who he was dealing with. Philia pushes you away, holding some kind of flask. Let me through. The wound's very severe. Don't get in my way. Get out. You leave Hode in Philia's care, who surprisingly turned out to be a healer, and return to the backyard. You look over the Ensis corpses and ponder whether you should leave right now. Will the gods show the prince mercy? Your thoughts are interrupted by the healer. Philia looks exhausted but fulfilled. Weird. He'll live. He may have to sleep it off for a week, but he'll be okay. You need to get him to a good healer, though. It was tough fixing up, but definitely not a job for amateurs. Well, he gets the healing sack that I got, so, I mean, that's great. A big thank you for saving me is in order. I guess. I was just here, and we should thank you. Yet, if we are done with pleasantries, I've got a couple of questions for you. See, here's a relevant conversation. What were the Enzas doing here? Hiding. They were here for several days. They weren't going to kill me, but they wouldn't let me go either. I cooked for them, dressed their wounds, and diverted those who came sneaking about. If I didn't make myself useful, they would have killed me right away. They would have still done it, perhaps, only later. They were lucky. When this house would be the last regard to check. From what I've heard, many find your mother intimidating. Some say she is a witch. Why did your guests leave the door unlocked? You'd have to revive them for an answer. Perhaps they wanted to practice, but they bit off more than they could chew. In any case, they are gone. Let me catch my breath. I was scared to death. Instead of letting you catch my breath, I will continue to ask you questions. Did Unda teach you to heal? If you won't babble, I'll tell you this. There is no Unda and never has been. It was me who did all the healing. Unda was a sort of scarecrow. I fed the citizens a rumor that she was a witch, so certain people started making detours around my house. That's all I wanted. Lady, I get you. Amazing. So it was you who started the rumors and pretended to be her daughter. Very clever, I'll grant you that. Clever is a strong word, but it is smart. The only other option is to become a healer at court. The king collects everything of quality. There are more temple servants in the palace than fleas in a stray dog. That's a lot of servants. You know how they would treat healers like me myself? We don't have the Inquisition here like the Northerners do, but they would make life miserable for me. What its source is Chila referring to? There is no cut and dried explanation. These are all foreign. The Reapings, the Reapers. This land used to have a power of its own, which is now dormant. And very few still possess it. It lives in your daughter. Chila never makes mistakes. Are you saying that my daughter is special and needs protection? But from who? Or from what? Shit, do you know what? I kind of want to replay this for one thing. I will get her killed and see how the story changes. Because... also, we'd have less conversations. But the point is, getting people killed early? Woof. Or, like, not protecting your daughter at the start, I guess? Maybe there's a huge difference. Are you saying that my daughter is special and needs protection, but from who? Or from what? From those who seek her power, or want to destroy it, or use it to their own ends. Don't ask me, just protect your daughter. Okie dokie. Who is this Chila? I cannot expose her secrets, but I will tell you this. She is my mentor, my guardian, and beyond. If she says something, yeah, better listen. I mean, that's just your opinion, man. She didn't say much. If you are her student, could you give me advice? What should I do? How can we end the plague if it is all possible? Can we hope for divine help? Don't ask for a divine blessing, for the gods will give it to you, will give you naught. The menhirs will not cure the reaping, for they absorb the poison from the air. There are other stones hidden but protected. They are salvation. You need to go to Opacum as soon as possible. Thank you. I've learned a lot. Do you want to come with me? I need a healer. I need a healer. What are you going to do now? Go to Opacum. I don't know yet. I need to wrap my mind around it. Will you let us stay here while we recover? What's this noise out there? As you enter the house, you hear a muffled voice. Foreign Brennan, by the orders of the king, I have the authority to arrest you. Open the door or we'll knock it down. Don't even think about fleeing. I have guards positioned outside by the neighboring houses. Return to Philia. Can you lead us out of here, or at least save my daughter? Do you remember Chila's advice? Philia bites her lip and thinks for a moment. No, I cannot lead out everyone, only Gleda. Give me your hand, girl. Time is of the essence. Gleda hesitates for a moment, then meets her solemn gaze, nods, and follows Philia out to the courtyard. You look at your daughter as she walks away. Then you pick Hode into your arms and go out into the street. There is a whole crowd of guards, mercenaries, and other soldiers waiting for you. Next to their commander stands Bran Victi. He grins maliciously as he sees you. Prince Ho, perished? No, he is only wounded. Guards, lift him up carefully and take him to the palace. Oh, Forn, pray that he lives. We have no proof of your other offenses yet, but you won't be able to deny your role in the prince's death. In this case, we should say our goodbyes, Shek. Whatever happens to the prince next, if Bran has a hand at this, there is no hope of a fair trial for my other offenses. Well, he looks like a shit. You are listening to him, Shek? And they just gave up on the other and the way the narrative was presented. Usually there's a little, like, preamble, or at the very least quotation marks. Now it's just like, here's some words. I hope you have words. I hope you like them, because you're gonna get them. You like listening to him, Shek? And you call yourself commander. Search the house. He had his daughter with him. She is hiding here somewhere. Find her. Teach your wife to make soup. What? Though I doubt any kind of one would take you. Boys, lead the arrested to prison and shoo away the onlookers. The guards separate you from your companions and lead you away. You hear Bran swear in frustration. With a heavy heart, you follow the guards to a glum building. The gates squeak, and you soon find yourself in a cell. If your other cells are empty, you decide to have some rest, but in a couple of hours, Shek and Bran return to pay your visit. That's the thing, Thorn. Rules dictate I must allow your relatives to visit you. Bran Victi is technically your brother-in-law, and he insisted that a meeting be arranged. Just indulge him, alright? Yeah. Sometimes even family ought to be ignored. That applies here as well. Have you come here to make fun of me or something? Aren't you afraid, Bran? Because I'm never shackled nor beaten half to death. Grinding your teeth. What? I'm grinding my teeth? He's grinding my teeth, or is he grinding his teeth? You find it funny, eh? Well, I've got some news for you that's going to turn that smile upside down into a frown. And some of it concerns your fate directly, while the rest is about your son, your daughter, and father-in-law. Which one should I start with? Tell me about Macht. I mean, I haven't talked about him ever. Macht has been hanging around the Odan King's court, hasn't he? Haven't you heard that he headed to Phrygia with a small detachment to relieve the crown prince of Izana? After a shining display of courage, he finally got captured. And not just by anyone, but cannibals, my dear Farn. Man-eaters. You're lying. He's kind of a shit. I would like to murder him. Oh, why would I ever do such a thing? It's hardly a secret and easily provable. The word from Phrygia spreads fast. Oh, wait, you're in jail, aren't you? Deal me, how could I forget? Well, I guess you only have my word to go by. Well, whatever, do what you want. What do you want to hear next? Stocket Vecti. My papa and I are sad to know that my dear sister has, how do I put it, bit of dust. That's probably old news, isn't it? What am I saying? It was 12 days ago. Calm the fuck down. Obviously, you would have fled Albius together, where she's still alive. Still, Count Stackhead Vecti is grieving deeply at the loss of his daughter. Dad will probably be asking Tenor too when he arrives in Opacum. Who knows? Maybe we'll learn something new. Don't worry, I'll tell you all about it if I make it in time before your execution, I guess. Leahy's death is no fault of mine. A bit early for you to revel in the hope that the news would deal your father a death blow. A tough nut to crack, that one. So don't get excited. You're just out to demonize me, aren't you? I haven't killed a single relative of mine, unlike someone else I know. Well, whatever. What do you want to hear next? Tell me about Gleda. The actual news is that I will find her very soon. No need to thank me. Families gotta look after each other after all. I cannot hold back my tears when I think about this poor child's tribulations, all alone in the world with no place to call home. Or maybe you simply don't give two pins about your own daughter? It actually is some good news. You don't know where Gleda is, which means I don't have to worry. You really don't think I'm gonna reveal the whereabouts of the woman who, in codes for my son, deprived you of your inheritance, do you? Huh? Feigning anger, such detestable insinuations. I am only concerned with the well-being of my niece. Your words wound me. Need I remind you of my position as the representative of the Kingdom of Odala and the advisor to Cave Jarana? Would you like me to ask the executioner to take his time removing your head? Would 3 swings suffice? Would 3 swings suffice? 5 maybe. Our executioner is a master of his craft. It only takes 1 clean slice. He knows full well that if he doesn't do his job properly, I'll send him packing. After all, I'm the commander of the guard here. Hard to imagine. Never thought I'd be glad to hear those words, but thanks. Check. Tell me about my fate. As for your own fate, no surprise there. Prince Trig sent a pigeon with a letter requesting your detainment. So you've been detained. Why in the world did you take his son anyway? Now the king wants your head, obviously. Not like he has a backup supply of grandchildren. But answer in Vadwin, for and pray to the gods that Prince Ho comes to his senses before your execution. Maybe he'll soften the king's heart and he'll commute your sentence to life imprisonment. I hope the gods show me mercy and hold. I mean, Prince Ho gets well in a week. Just make sure to find a good healer, someone capable. As for me, the axe is already being sharpened, it seems. No more news for today, Farn Brennan, or rather for the remainder of your life. See you at the scaffold. Wouldn't miss it for the world. You really got yourself into a bind, Farn. They'd need 2 executions to get even. Intrigue's letter also said you slain some local guards in Townsvok when you fled Albius. I guess it's a good thing you can't die twice. Pity about your mates, the ones on the floor below. If your fate's not sealed, though, they could join the penal battalion and cleanse the record with blood. They've been under your orders, haven't they? Thanks for the tip, Shek. I'll relay the message during the execution. Now please leave me to think. I have a lot on my mind. Sorry, no can do. The law states that you're required to take a bath now. You need to get cleaned up before the execution, at least physically, if not spiritually. Is the only character I give a shit about gonna die? The moment you step out to wash, we put a cellmate in here. A girl by the looks of it. Hello, who are you? What did you do to be thrown in here? Very friendly, Farn. Very friendly and creepy. Also, they let her keep her swords. That's not smart. This is no concern of yours, old fart. Thank you. May the demons take you away. How foolish of me to hope for solitude in prison. No, it's rife with morons again. Or is it that you want to take a leak, but are too shy? Go ahead. I'm not looking. I've seen enough already. What's that chevron on your sleeve? That's the Victi coat of arms. Well, I'll be damned if you are Brand's bodyguard. Hey, you're just not goggling, but you're actually looking. You know, your coat of arms. Wait a moment. Could you be Thorn Brennan, the maggot Brand's brother-in-law and his arch-enemy? I must be, since he does consider me one. Rivalry, just like affection, is strongest when it's within a family. Until death do us part. Crap. I got fart in the mind. You seem to have lost something in this rivalry. You are in prison, and Bran is not. All you can do now is keep calm and think about something pleasant. You can't think of anything pleasant right now. My wife is dead, my daughter disappeared, and my son is missing. And I believe he is in trouble. My country is plagued by the reaping, and I'm awaiting execution. How's that for starters? Some trouble you got into, man. I tell you what, everyone has his own sorrows. We should look for simple pleasures to make things easier. I, for one, had a certain bastard in the balls. That's a pleasant thought right there. Bran Victi getting kicked by his own bodyguard? Unbelievable. Let me guess. You are from Raydona, aren't you? You must be an acolyte of the monastery that produces assassins and working in the shadows. The abode of the humble, isn't it? That's... what the fuck? This is some hard-assed, heavy-handed exposition. What made you serve what did you call him? A maggot? You have keen eyesight and a keen mind. Is there anything sweeter than freedom? My sister and I were acolytes in a monastery. Yes, the only way to leave was to be hired. Ironic, isn't it? He could save himself. He could save others, but not himself. Also, that my desire for freedom made us serve Brandon, who knew he'd turn out to be such a bastard. He started hitting on me. Would be one thing if he could do it, but he's just a soft cock in fancy pants. He said he'd flog me to death if I started wagging my tongue. I won't stay here long, though. Will you turn into a bird and fly through the bars? Don't you want to fly away with me? Just say the word, unless of course you happen to be asleep. That's just what I'm gonna do now. Sleep, so let's leave this pleasant exchange of ours at that. You may be right. A soldier's principal rule. Sleep whenever you can.
Finding the key for a tricky lock is sometimes easier than finding the right approach with a person. Dissonant words are like broken tools.
No comment. If we end up in a map, that'll be the episode. Which, I mean, I'm almost certain that we end up in a map. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, you can subscribe to the Dark Fluffy Cloud channel so you don't miss a thing. While waiting for the next episode, you can like the video, you can share it, you can leave a comment, you can do all those nice things and more, but you don't have to do anything I say. Not the boss of you. My name is Patinator and I'll see you later.